KC9NCX, November Charlie X-ray.
November Charlie X-ray, Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
November Charlie X-ray, Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
Yeah, we're here in Illinois. Just heard you, and I'm trying out the 160L antenna. I just wondered if it's going to be working for me.
Looks to be working pretty well. What's the name there, sir?
Looks to be working pretty well. What's the name there, sir?
Charles. There's Charlie on Michigan.
Roger, Charlie. And what radio are you running today, sir?
Roger, Charlie. And what radio are you running today, sir?
The 7410 ICOM.
Alrighty. And so you just put up a new antenna. Is that a Roger?
And so you just put up a new antenna. Is that a Roger?
No, it's an old antenna, but I've got my G5RV is on the blink, so I'm trying to use this L as a substitute antenna.
Roger, Roger, Charlie. Seems to be doing you a good job now. I was copying you really hot in Georgia, but I wanted to copy you on my local antenna. So I've got you on my local antenna, and I would like to listen to your audio for just a moment. If you'd give me about 10 seconds to tell me about this antenna that you got.
Okay, it's a 160L. Goes up about 58 feet and then goes down to about 20, 21 feet. And that's the side of my tower, and then out to my electric pole at the end, tied off.
Roger, Roger, Charlie. Listening to your audio now, I've got a copy on your radio on my local receiver, which is flat down to 100 cycles, and you're pretty heavy on the bottom end there, sir. I would recommend, if we could probably make that a pretty louder station if you would be interested. Starts with, on the transmit side, with engaging your compressor at about a 3. It's a really token amount. You'll never hear it on the air, but it does start the fattening process, Roger.
Yes, sir. But right now I can't do it because I don't have my helper here. My helper, I can't really see that well to do anything with my radio. I got macular degeneration and I can't see nothing close.
Yes, sir. I understand. Can you take notes at all? Can you write at all? That you could be able to take a couple of notes?
Yeah, I could tell him. Keep it in my memory.
All right. The first thing, again, would be to engage your compressor at a 3. Engage the compressor at a 3. Then move to your ALC with mic gain in hand, and as you speak fairly rapidly and transmit 100, 200, 300, you adjust your mic gain until your ALC meter is running mid-scale to 2/3. Mid-scale to 2/3 on the ALC through your mic gain control, and you speak fairly rapidly 100, 200, 300 to get that ALC meter up to where you can read what it's doing. It's hard to adjust it if you 1, 2, 3, if you go like that. So you have to kind of speak fairly rapidly to get that meter up so you can actually read what it is, and then adjust your mic gain to where your ALC is mid-scale to 2/3. So that's about it as far as the transmitter setup, except for the equalization. And you seem to be really heavy in the bottom end. So if you have a 3-band EQ, I would suggest rolling off 2 clicks off the bottom end from where you are, 2 clicks minus from where you are on the bottom end, and about 2 clicks boost on the treble. About 2 clicks boost on the treble from where you are. So I don't know if you could. That's kind of a tall order to commit to memory, Roger.
Yeah, pretty well. Yeah, I can tell him most of it. But you get up here on the clicks and stuff, I'll probably lose that.
Yeah, well, just think about your signal as being very bassy. So what we want to do is whack off some of the bottom end and put on some of the top end to help the brightness and the articulation aspects of it, Roger. So you've got the theory of what it needs, Roger.
Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah. The macro generation is pretty well limited to what I can do anymore. And there's one thing about it, so it can do is get worse.
Yes, sir. It's a heck of a thing to have to work through, and unfortunately, it doesn't seem like, of all of the things that people can work on, it seems like that is the most difficult one to remedy, Roger.
Yeah, there's no remedy to it unless you can get an eye implant, and they don't do that yet.
Roger. Well, every day you have miraculous inventions, medical procedures that come along that solve problems. So maybe we'll just pray that there will come a cure for that, or at least something that can make it a lot more tolerable than what it is, Roger?
Yes, sir. I hope for something, but right now I've took shots in that left eye for the last 6 years, about every month, and it's the one that's really going bad. The right eye has got the dry, and there's not much they can do for the dry.
Roger that, Charlie. Roger that. Well, we're just, just pray that hopefully somebody will come up with a new answer to an old problem, Roger.
A new answer to an old problem, Roger.
Yes. We hope so, but my time's probably getting short. I'm running at 80 right now.
Yeah, well, you're not running that race too far in advance of me, so we all have, our distances. I just, well, gosh, let me just say this, that sometimes for folks, it behooves you to have medical checkups when you hit 50, 60, 70 years old. You should go in and have an array of X-rays and MRIs to just evaluate what your condition is, because you need to keep track of things, and sometimes things can get a hold of you that if you're not aware of them, it makes it so much more difficult to treat. So I would suggest everybody, from 50, 60, 70, as you hit those years, to at least go and have some X-rays and MRIs to see what your body's doing, Roger.
What your body's doing, Roger?
Oh, yeah. I've pretty well been on top of that most of the time. This eye thing started about 10, 15 years ago, and is just progressively getting worse.
Yes, sir, Roger. Now, have they figured out what causes that?
Now, have they figured out what causes that?
Not really. They never give me any real definite idea, but it could be smoking. I used to smoke. Back in 1994. I never drank much. I have a beer every now and then, but that's probably maybe once or twice a year. So I can't blame it on drinking or using drugs. I don't use drugs, so I don't know. Usually I'm pretty clean fellow, but this slipped in on me.
Roger, Roger, Charlie. We'll be praying for you, sir, and hopefully somebody will come up with a situation that will solve the problem. We've got to keep faith that will happen. And so we'll say 73 to you, sir. Thanks for dropping by, and I hope you can retain some of that we talked about there. That compressor at a 3, ALC mid-range to 2/3, and whack 2 off the bottom and put 2 on the top. Roger.
Off the bottom and put 2 on the top. Roger.
Roger that. Okay. Well, thank you for coming back and giving me a report on my antenna. At least I know it is working halfway, so what is your 20 there, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm located just beside Louisville, Kentucky. I'm on the Indiana side of the Ohio River, right at Louisville, and I'm monitoring the Atlanta, Georgia SDR, so you're doing quite well.
The Atlanta, Georgia SDR, so you're doing quite well.
Oh, okay. Now we're up here by a little town called Robinson, Illinois. We're probably 6 hours south of Chicago, and that's not far enough, but that's where we're at.
Roger. Well, gosh, you're probably about 4 hours north of me. I'm of Louisville. Roger, Roger.
North of me, I'm of Louisville. Roger, Roger.
Roger that. Yeah, we come across 64 and then come up 41 to get home from Louisville.
Roger, Roger. All right, Charlie, 73, sir. Thanks for dropping by. If you get a chance, join us next Friday. We'd love to have you. And also, I'll give you something else to remember. The call sign KC0VKV, followed by today's date, 10/1/21, on a YouTube search, will take you to a recording that we're having right now. We've been recording since 3:30. So if you want to hear your radio, just go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by today's date, 10/1/21, and that will take you directly to this recording. Usually takes us a couple of days to get it uploaded to YouTube. Roger?
Days to get it uploaded to YouTube. Roger.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. You have a good day there, sir, and maybe we'll catch you again later on. So KC9NCX, to be clear.
Roger, Roger, Charlie, 73, sir. Have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. This is Kilo Charlie 9, Victor, Kilo Victor, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.